Hey everyone, today I'm doing a little video on how to make a server in Crunker.io. Um, shouldn't be too long, we'll see how it goes. So first things first, you want to go to Crunker.io and it'll bring you to this website. And then you just want to, it'll auto bring you here, so it'll look like something like this. You just got to hit host server here. And then you'll see here, it'll show you at the top, you shouldn't have to scroll up, but you'll see all the maps here are currently grayed out. That means you're not playing them. If you want to play it, you have to click it so it becomes colored like this one. So usually we play all the maps, so we'll just select all of them right now. If you didn't want to play something like Little Town or Shipyard, you could just leave it grayed out. Then if you scroll down, it'll say select modes here. So these are the different game modes that Crunker has. So the ones we usually play are Free For All, Team Deathmatch, Hardpoint, Capture the Flag, Hide and Seek, sometimes Infested, sometimes Last Man Standing, Gun Game, not usually Prop Hunt, sometimes Boss Hunt, Stalker, King of the Hill, and One in the Chamber. So those are kind of the standard. Sometimes we'll do this one, sometimes not. If you scroll down after that, it'll say select classes. So currently, like if I go like this, you can see they're all gray. That means just like the maps, if they're gray, none of these classes are able to be used. So to select them, you can either click them, or if we just, so you can click them. So right now they're all selected. That's how you usually want it. Let's say you didn't have to deal with Jonah using the sniper rifle. You could just deselect Hunter, so that means the sniper rifle wouldn't be around. If you scroll down here, it says server settings, so players. Right now, the server will only hold 2 players. Usually, you want to max that out to 10. Just because we have enough people that usually people are joining and whatnot, you're going to want to have it at 10, so we don't max out the server. Minimum players, you can leave that at 0. That'd be so the game wouldn't start if you had less than 2 or 4 players, but usually we don't have to worry about that. Minutes, we can do 4 minutes for games like Gun Game, though that's kind of short. You might want to increase it to like 5 or 6 minutes, because that might be a bit better. Warm-up time, that'd be like pre-game warm-up, so you'd be able to like run around the map before the round started, but you don't really need that. The maps are all pretty small. Auto respawn time, so after you die, there's a respawn delay, and usually it's set to 0. You can make it so the person has to wait like 10 seconds before they get back in, but that's no fun, so usually we leave it at 0. Lives, Lives changes it, so rather than having infinite respawns, so when you die, you come back into the game, you'd have, let's say, 5 lives, or 10 lives, or 1 life kind of thing. We usually don't want to do that, though, because with how many people we have, usually people die a lot. Score limit, you want to leave this off. Don't worry about score limit. Hide name tags, so if we were like this, no one could see what your name is, which we don't want, because then we have no idea who is who. Under physics, gravity, so lower gravity means you jump higher, but you also fall a lot slower. It can also lag the game out a bit. If you want to have crazy jumping, weird gravity, I'd recommend maybe setting the gravity just down a touch, like that, and then maybe more increasing jump force, because that'll increase how fast your guy jumps, but it'll also fall faster, not hang in the air forever. So if you want to have more fun, I'd recommend increasing this to 1.5 or 2, and leaving the gravity closer to 1. Time scale, I actually have no clue what this does. Maybe we can experiment it with sometime, but I don't know. Strafe speed, that's how fast you move like left and right and stuff. I wouldn't recommend messing with that, although you could. So if you go like this, it means you run really, really fast sideways, but we don't need to worry about that. Slide time, so I can't remember what the combo is, but if I think it's like shift while you're moving, you can slide a bit. So if you were to go like this, it means you could slide for like 5 seconds, but I'd recommend leaving that at 1. Weapon impulse, I also have no idea what this one does actually, which is kind of sad. I should know more of this. But I'd recommend leaving it here. Sliding, you can leave on. Auto jump, I leave off. Auto jump kind of can screw you out sometimes. Health multiplier, so that'll be how fast your health, like how long it takes before your health starts regenning, I think, or it might be how fast it regens afterwards. Anyway, we can leave it at 1. That works pretty well. Fire rate, I'd recommend leaving it at 1, not switching it, because that'll screw up every gun and it'll make them shoot really funny. Hitbox scale, this is like the hitbox size of your guy, so the smaller you make it, the harder it is pretty much to hit people, the more accurate shots have to be. Health regen, you can turn it on or off. I'd recommend it being on. Kill rewards, I'd also recommend leaving that on. Headshots only, that's where you can't get damaged unless you shoot the head here. I'd recommend turning that off unless you want to go really hardcore. Disable secondaries, that means you couldn't use your pistol, but no one really uses it anyway, but I'd leave it off. Disable streaks, you don't need to worry about that. And disable borders, so this is the one that if you turn it on like this, you can jump over buildings and onto top of roofs. But it also means you can fall off the map, so there's a bit of a risk about that, and not all maps and all roofs are designed to be walked on. Some of them are just like they're see-through and you can actually fall through them. So if you want to have some fun, if you're messing up the gravity, you might want to turn that on. But if you're not, I'd recommend leaving it off. Select team. So I recommend leaving this off. What you can do is it'll have a little selector at the bottom here when you're in the game saying you want to join team 1 or team 2. But it auto makes teams, so you can probably leave that off. Other stuff here under spectating. So this allows for people to spectate if they get late joining the game. I'd recommend leaving that on. Third person. So normally when this game you're kind of seeing through like the eyes of the character. If you turn on third person, you're actually like behind them and you're looking over their shoulder kind of thing. I haven't done it before. We could try it sometime, but I don't know if you'd want to. A lot of people like first person. And then private, turn this on. This makes it so no random people can join us. I know some people don't mind randoms, but other people, you're not. Yeah, I recommend turning it on just because sometimes it's better to play with your own friends than just with random people. So then what you do here, you don't have to worry about the host presets. All you gotta do is click Start Game. It'll tell you please wait here for a second. And then after a while it will say success. Where is it? There it is, success, show the link. So what you want to do here, don't click anything, don't hit start game again, don't hit host game or any of this. Just click anywhere on the screen other than in this white box. So click out here like that, just click. And then just click invite like this, so it automatically copied the URL onto your clipboard. So now you just go into Discord and the custom room codes and you just paste in the code and then you just click to play.